Good morning, everybody. How are we today? It is Saturday, the 25th of April. It is Anzac Day here in, well, everywhere. I think it's Anzac Day. Well, in Australia it is because it's the 25th. Not so much overseas because it's not the 25th yet. So happy Anzac Day, everybody. We were up bright and early this morning to go down to the Anzac Dawn service with the rest of our Pearsdale community this morning. So up bright and early, took the puppies for a walk with us. It was freezing, just saying. It was cold. So we went down and did that. But so come on in, say hello if you're joining me. Let me know that you're here watching this morning. If you've been up bright and early as well and been down to an Anzac service near you, let me know in the comments where you were attending your Anzac service this morning. So let me introduce myself. My name is Beck Hall. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Melbourne, Australia. And I come live here every Saturday morning to do a segment I like to call Breakfast with Beck. So I do a segment on a Wednesday night as well called Wing It Wednesday, but Saturday mornings are the early spot so that you can sit and have a cuppa and maybe learn a few crafting tips and hacks while you're at it. So, hello Leon, how are you going? Hey Jan, how are you? I do want to go and have a little bit of a snooze after being up so early though. I must admit that. So... Oh, you've got windows open, Leanne. Or that means it must be getting warmer over there for you. So, I like to hear. I've just turned the heater on this morning, so it's not warm here this morning. I think it was 9 degrees this morning when we were out standing outside. That's 9 degrees Celsius too, not Fahrenheit. So, good morning, Lynette. Hey, Marianne. How are you? Thanks for joining me. So today I want to share a bit of a fancy fold with you. So I think we're just going to flip you down and get stuck straight into it. I do have a couple of reminders though before we do start. Tomorrow, my first card buffet that we're going to be doing. So I'm super excited for that. You get to come for $35, make 3 cards. I have a selection of 18 different card kits that you can choose from. And if you want to stay longer, you can create extra cards for an extra $5 each. So it's something that's going to be happening on the last Sunday of every month now, except for December, because we're not going to be here in December. But yes, so I'm super excited to have this start. I can't wait for you to see all the designs. There's 12 kits. I've been very busy. There's 12 kits in each design, and there's 18 different designs. So come from 10 till 3 and create all day if you like. If you want to come for an hour and a half, you can come for an hour and a half. If you only want to come and create your 3 cards and go, that's great too. But if you want to stay all day, bring your cut lunch, have some drinks with you, and you can stay all day. So I can't wait for it tomorrow for the first day. So super excited. Why do I live a world away? I think the same thing, Leanne, for you guys. Why do I live a world away? Like, seriously. So, good morning, Fiona. How are you this morning? Hey, Megan. How are you? Oh, Amanda, I can't wait either. It's going to be so good tomorrow. Yay. All right, let me flip you down and we'll get started. As I said, it's a fancy fold today, so I want to make sure we get it done in time. So I do have a selection of things that I want to work with. So we'll just get started. All right, so today I want to work with, I've got a few things out on my desk. We're going to work with the Capturing Smiles. We used this one in class this week and I just loved it. It was so good to work with. I just want to keep using it. Oh, I'm sorry if it's flickering for you. I'm not sure why it's doing that today. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to use some DSP. So I was thinking I want to do like a really pastel-y color card. So I'm going to bring this out. This is a bit of the old, I think this is now retired, but I was thinking a bit of a pastel color card. So let's just grab some of this blues and pinks out and see what we create with these blues and pinks, eh? Alright, I think that's the only ones that I've got that are blues and pinks left. Yep. Alright. So let's get started with this. Who have we got? I'm just checking my comments to make sure. Hey Leonie, hey Sonia, how are you going? Thanks for joining me. Good morning, Glenda, how are you? Alright, so I think I'm going to put that one away. I don't want to use that one. I just want to use these ones, I think. So these colours here, I got a bit of silver out because we're going to play with the camera, and I've got these fantastic masks out. These are new. These are coming up in the new May catalogue. The starts on the 5th of May. So if you're a demonstrator, you can get them now, but if you're not, you have to wait till the 5th of May. But I've got them out as well. All right, so I'm going to grab out, let's see, let's grab some Pool Party. I know that's Megan's favourite colour, not in the whole super wide world. So we'll grab some Pool Party. I'm going to grab some of the new Barely Blush as well, just to see what we have here. And I might grab some, it's really going to be a soft pastel card. Some Bubble Bath. I think that might do us. What do you reckon? Let's look, see what we've got. Maybe a bit of Lemon Lolly. Really, really soft pastel card today. Let's see how we go. A bit of Lemon Lolly. So we've got our soft pastels. What do you reckon of those three, those colours? Do you think that they're okay? The DSP, this DSP is the I'm not sure whether it's carried over or whether it's on the Beach Boardwalk. It's the one with the you know, the spinny Ferris wheel one. It's that one. Christine, good morning. Julie, how are you? Hey Ruth, how you going? All right, so we're going to start by cutting our card base. Now, which one will I use for a card base? I'm thinking maybe the Pool Party we'll use as a card base because it's probably the darkest colours of them all. Now, I'm going to grab my trimmer and we're going to cut this base down just like a normal card base, okay? Now, this card that I'm making will not fit in a normal envelope, so you have to put it into a bigger envelope, but it'll fit in a DL envelope, you know, the business size envelopes, this size envelope. So a DL envelope, or I don't know what you call that over there, I don't know. And then we're going to score it at 5.1 and 10.1. So 5.1 and 10.1. Okay, and then you're going to fold that back. Grab your bone folder, give it a bit of a boner, bit of a score, and then back it like this. Okay, so that's our first step. So as I said, it is a super long card and it will fit into our normal DL envelope. See, nice and easy to fit in there. All right, so now we're going to cut some mats with it. So I think we'll use, will I use the Lemon Lolly? I'm thinking I want to use this DSP, I think. Or do I don't know if there'll be enough of this one. Which DSP should I use? I think I might use the pink. Let's use the pink. So I think with that, I'm going to do a matte of maybe, I think I'm going to do the Lemon Lolly mattes. All right. So this is just a, you know, we're going to play around with a few colors today. So I'm going to do a matte now of 19 and 9.9. So I'm just going to cut it at 9.9 to start with. I'm going to cut all my mattes now so we know. So 19.9, no, sorry. 9.9 by 19 centimeters. So that's going to go in here like that. And then I'm going to cut another one at 9.9. So I'm cutting across the cardstock because I want to get the most out of my sheet of cardstock. And then I'm going to cut this down at 4.5 and 4.5. Okay. And these pieces, so you'll see it slowly come together. These pieces, I'm going to put this up here so that you can see. Okay. And then these pieces are going to go in here. So you've got all your mats. Okay. And then I'm going to leave that there for the minute. I'm going to grab some of that DSP. And I think I want it to go like that. So I want it to ombre like that with a bit of the yellow. So we're going to cut this one down now to, which way do I want the ombre to go? That way. So I need this way, my smaller one. So I'm going to cut this one down to 8.9. So it's just a matter of working which way your DSP is going to go. All right, so if you've got directional DSP, this is where you'll have to sort of, you know, use your brain a little bit and think, which way am I going? And because I want the yellow, I'm going to go 18 here. Okay, so now my yellow is going to go there like that. And then I'm going to trim this section here down to 3.5. So I'll put all the measurements up, so don't stress if you haven't got the measurements, but I'll put them all up because there's a lot of measurements to sort of grab. So there we go. What do you think so far? I kind of like that. I think it's pretty cool. All right, now we want to cut our super fun fold out bits. So we're going to bring back in our pool party piece that we cut off. And we're going to cut one piece at 14 centimeters, and we're going to trim him down to 8.2, and then we're going to score that at 3.8. There's a lot of measurements, so 3.8, 8.9, and 12.7. Okay, like so. So we've got that first one, and then the next one we're going to do is, so we're using our little piece here, we're going to cut the next one down to 11 by 6.3. Yep, 11 by 6.3. Oh, my hair's falling out this morning. 11, so I'm going to go 6.3 this way. So I'm trying to use the most of what we've got, right? So 6.3 by 11.4. Whoops, lucky I double checked, hey. 11.4. And then we're going to score this at 2.5 centimeters. 7.6. And 10.1. Okay, so that's our second layer, and then our third layer we're going to get out of this little piece here, and this is going to be just cut down to 8.9. So 8.9, and whatever the left it is, so it's about 4.2, 4.1, something like that. And then we're going to score that, and I'm going to do it this way because I like to score little ones this way, at 1.3. And then I'm going to go 6.4 and 7.6. Okay, so then I've got my third layer. Okay, are you following me so far? I know there's a lot of measurements, but you'll once you see it all written down, you'll be able to see it. Good morning, Evelyn. How are you? Oh, you got sidetracked with the Anzac Day flyover. Well, we were at the Anzac Day service this morning. It was very chilly. Making my grandson banana. Oh, yum, Sue. What time's breakfast? I think I might have to come over and have some banana bread. Oh, the paper's still current. Awesome. Thank you, Amanda, for checking for that. Morning, Jill. How are you this morning? All right. So let's keep going, and now I'm going to bring in, now do I use more of this now, or do I switch it up and go this color? So this is where I want you to help me pick. Do I switch it up? I don't think I'm going to use that one. Do you reckon maybe I should use that one? Which one do you think I should use? Will keep it the same DSP, or should I switch it up? Let me know. And I'm going to cut some mats to go on these while you tell me. So we've got 1, 2, and 3 for the DSP. Which one do you think I should use? Let me know in the comments. Switch it up, Megan. All right, which one am I going to switch it up to, though? 1. So I'll get rid of the 1 there because we're going to switch it up. Oh, Susie says the same. Megan, you said number 2. So this one here, you think I should switch it up and put it that one? Oh, Jenny says 3, 2, 2. Well, I think number 2 is the winner. All right, cool. We'll switch it up and we'll use that one there because we're going to have that on that now. So that looks pretty cool. All right, so now we need to do some mats for these pieces here, okay? So our mat for our first, we've got 3 fold-out pieces, right? So our first piece here, the mat is 4.5 by 7.5, okay? And that's going to go onto that one. And then our mat for our next one is 4.5 by 6. So if we go 4.5 by 6. Yep. And that's going to go on that one. And then this little piece here that's left over, we can do 4.5 by 3.5. Okay, and then that's going to go on that one there. Now we need to cut some our designer series paper. I'm going to just turf that into the bin. All right, so now we need to do some mats. So we're going to go 3.5 here by 6.5. So basically we're just coming down a centimetre on each of our mats. So we get a 0.5 centimetre border around each one. Okay, and then the next one is 3.5 by 5. Oops, like that. And then our next one is 3.5 by 2.5. I love that we can get that little measurement out of that last piece. Okay. So there we go like that. So that's our measurements as we run down. So, hey Kay, how are you? All right. And then I need another piece to go on it. So this is going to be our front panel that we're going to then decorate. All right. So our front panel, we're going to use some of the, I need to get another little bit of pool party. So this is where you go into your little scrap bin and hope that you have a piece of scrap that you can make into your front cover. All right, so I go into my little scrap bag here. It doesn't need to be overly huge. Let's see what we've got here. All right, will that one work? Let's see. Yeah, that'll work. All right, so we need 10.1. Well, actually, you know what? I'm just going to leave it at that. So that's 10.5. And actually, no, I won't because I've got mats for it. So we'll go 10.1 down by 5.2. So we're going to go 5.2. And then we need mats for that piece as well. So I'm going to bring back in my yellow piece. And I'm going to go 4.2. There's lots of measurements for this one, isn't there? 4.2 by 9.1. So we're going to go 9.1 here. And then, hey, what if do we now bring in our blue one and put our blue one on? Oh, I'm going to do that. I reckon that'll look pretty cool. So then I'm going to bring in the blue one and I'm going to go, I'm going to go 8.1. I'm going to chop off a big piece. 8.1 by 3.2. So we're going to have all 3 designer series papers on there. So this is where you can mix and match or you can have it the same. you know, it's really up to your imagination as to what you want to do with it. Okay, so then we're going to pop that on there. So it's going to be those layers there. All right, so that's pretty much it for the card base. Now we're going to get our stamping done. So I'm going to pull in some of the new, let me get rid of that. Let me just see if I've got a scrap for that Bearly brush. Oh, I do too. So the scrap for the Bearly blush, and I'm going to stamp down the camera in. So we're going to get the big camera out. We're going to get the little camera out. I'm going to get this smile out because I've done stamp surgery and I took out the love this. See, it love this goes in there and I cut that out. So it just says smile. And then what else do we need? We need this one up here, like that. And then I think I'm going to grab the little beach scene because I think that's pretty cool. All right. So we're going to do some stamping now. So let me grab my best stamping tool in the whole wide world. Now, this stamp positioner goes live to customers on the 5th of May. So if you don't have the stamp positioner yet, you'll be able to get it, and you'll be able to get this fantastic tool. All right, so then I think I'm going to bring in some, what colour? I kind of like these little bit of flicks here, so I might bring some Berry Burst in just to stamp. She wants the big Dame Piece-a-Lot. Yeah, I'm taking over Kevin's job with Sir Piece-a-Lot. So, all right, so I'm going to stamp this one here down like that. I'm going to move that out the way. And we're going to stamp our camera down like that. And then I'm going to stamp, I've missed one stamp. Hang on, let's get this one out. I'm going to grab this little one out here as well. I'm going to stamp that one, and then I'm going to stamp our little edge bit. So I'm going to pop that back over there. I'm going to stamp this one down, and I'm going to stamp that in the bubble bath, but I'm just going to see if I've got some, you know, scrappy bits, because we don't need to be stamping on a whole big piece for that. So there's a scrappy bit of bubble bath. So I'm going to stamp that down in the Berry Burst as well. And then I might actually grab a little bit of Berry Burst just to stamp this, I think. Let's stamp that in some Berry Burst on a piece of Berry Burst. So I know we're introducing like a ton of colours, aren't we? Okay. It's not only going to be a Sir Piece-a-Lot card, but it's going to be a very colourful one as well. I just envision it to be like, you know, you're at the beach and there's lots of bright colours at the beach. Alright, so clean that one off, put that one back, pick that one up, stamp that one down onto here, like that. Alright, and then I just need some white. So I'm going to grab my scrappy white from my U-Beaut Enhanced Pringles tins, because I needed one of these stamped, and I need a little camera stamped, and I need to stamp the sentiment. So I'm also going to bring in the Words of Beauty dies. I've been watching too much, Kevin, yeah. But this card's going to look amazing, so trust me. Let's trust the process. I know there's lots, and it's not really a simple card that we normally would do, but it's going to look amazing. Amazing. Alright, so I'm going to go smile. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Alright. And then once we've got it cut out, you watch how quickly it comes together. So we're going to stamp this one down here. And I love the fact that I can do that, pick up my things and see that It's Yours is a bit crooked. So we can line that back up. And then we're going to ink that one down. And we're going to go smile. It's your birthday. Tell you what, I'll be buying another stamp positioner just so I can get more of these little tools. The stamp positioners, I love these tools. If you don't have one of these, you really need to get one because they're the easiest tool to use. They just need to make them a little bit wider. We need to get on to them and make it a little bit wider. All right. Now this one here, I think I might stamp this one in, oh no, I'm just going to do this colour here. Now I don't need it overly huge. I just need it to cover the picture. Okay, like that. I'm going to blot that off. I don't know if I need that just yet. Do I need that? I don't know. Let's just put that aside for the minute. We've got lots going on. Alright, so now we're going to do some die cutting. So I'm going to bring my die cutting machine and we're going to die cut all of these out. So let's grab those dies out. So we've got the camera, we're going to cut a film strip, we're going to cut this piece, this one, and this one out. Okay, then I'll put that aside for the minute. Alright, grab my machine so we can do that. So what's everybody else up to today? I'm going to start making some more kits for my card buffet that hopefully is very successful, and we need to I need to make more. So actually really been enjoying making the card buffet kits. It's very relaxing, I think, just to sit and craft and just use whatever you've got in your stash. Not necessarily have to use something specific all the time. Alright, so we're going to pop these on here. Line these guys up like so. Have I got enough room up here? Yep, enough room there. I'm going to die cut. I think I'm going to go... will that fit on there? Maybe. I'm going to die cut out that, I think. Let's go there like that. That's going to ask for trouble because it's going the wrong way. I might save that and do that in a minute. We'll do that in a second. Alright, so we'll run this through. Like so. Get our little camera happening. And our little top piece happening there. And then I'm going to run that one through like that. This one's going to cut this one out. And then I was kind of hoping maybe to do that in that colour, but is that going to fit on there? Bugger. No, it's not. Now I'm going to have to get another scrap of bubble bath. Do I do bubble bath? Maybe not. Maybe I'll do the lighter colour. I think I'll do the lighter colour. I'll move this over like that. And we'll just put this on here. We'll just do that. We can see what it looks like. If we don't like it, we can die cut another one, can't we? Alright, we're going to run that through. Or a D-stash sale, Glenda. Are you like me? You go to a D-stash sale and then end up buying more stuff to take home because you found stuff that you didn't have in your stash. I don't think that's the whole point of a D-stash sale, is it? You're supposed to go there to D-stash, not to bring home more stuff. Alright, so now I think we're at the let's put it together phase. We just want to colour this one in a little bit. So let me grab some colours that we need. So I'm going to go, I'm going to get a bit of lemon lolly. Is that lemon lolly? Oh, Daffodil Delight, that'll do. I need some for beach or sand. I need something for water. So I'm going to grab some Bubble Bath or Balmy Blue for water. I'm going to grab some Pool Party for the sky. And then I might grab just our, is that Berry Burst? Nope. Berry Burst just for, you know, the deck chairs and whatnot that's on there. Yep, Berry Burst. Alright. Because my idea here, let me grab my picky tool, is to pop that inside that. Oh, I need a bigger bit of white. Or do I? Let's see. Hang on. Might not. Hang on. Hold the horses. We're going to put this in here like that. And then that is going to go in. Oh, no, it's going to fit. All right. Just going to fit. All right. We'll do a bit of beach here underneath the pole chair. Bit of sand. Do a bit of water. Don't colour in the boat though, because the boat's sitting on top of the water, not in the water. Ask me how I know that. And then a bit of pool party on the sky. This is the kind of deck chairs you sit on when you go on holidays, and it's nice and sunny with not a cloud in the sky. Like so. How cool is this? This is a really, really good one because how many... Oh, there's lots of pieces, Kate. I've been watching too many of Kevin's cards. Mr. Sir Piece-a-Lot. And now we've got a ton of pieces. And then I'm just going to colour in the back of the deck chair here. And do every second one, like so. See? Like that. Oops. Here we go. Alright, now we can put it all together. So I'm just gonna move some stuff around. So I'm going to grab my glue. We're gonna glue this little frame here. Oh, maybe we're not. I think I was meant to throw that one out last week. What? Oh no, I got it back in. Oh God, I've done it again. Whoops. We were supposed to throw that out, but then somebody said, oh, if you get a brush, you can get more glue out of it. So I pulled it back out of the bin and it's still sitting there. Alright, so we're going to glue that one to there, like so. And then I'm going to put a bit of glue on here. And then that's going to glue our little scene into there like that. Okay, so then that's what you're looking through as the shutter lens. And then I'm just going to trim this off under here where you don't see it. Like that. See, how cute's that? Pretty cool. Alright, so we've done that, I'm going to put them in my little magnetic mat so I don't lose it. I'm going to peel this strip off here. And then I'm going to glue that down to some of that lemon lolly that I had. So, a bit of a scrappy piece of lemon lolly here. Just want to make sure that all of those bits are out so that you can see the lemon lolly sticking out through that. Alright, so now we're just going to put a bit of something here, a bit of something here, here like so. And then I'm going to pop that down over there like that, just so I get that film strip onto some yellow. And then we're going to cut around the edge, just a bit of fussy cutting. It's not hard, it's a nice straight line, just so we get that yellow happening in the background. Has anybody got this set? Who's been playing with it? Who can't put it down? Me? Me? I can't put it down. Alright, so we got that. We're going to pop our camera together. So we're going to pop this piece over here just to get a little bit of different colour. And then I'm going to pop that one on there. So I'm going to glue this one down like so. So this piece can be used for two things. It can be used as a tag, but it can also be used as the camera to make it look like it's a 3D version. See? So then you've got your two colours and it makes it look like it pops up a bit more. And then we're going to grab some gems, all of these outside bits, because these are the best bits too. We'll just quickly trim this. Who does this? Everybody should do this with their gems, because, or dimensionals, because it's like a waste if you don't. And they work the same. sometimes they're even better for where you want to put them. Alright, so we're just going to pop that on the back here, like so. And I need my little doodad thing. I have this set, going to use it today. Oh, that's good, Marianne. Alright, and then we're going to pop that on there. How cool does that little camera look now? Like, he looks like he's popped up and he's taken a photo of the beautiful scenery that's in the background. Alright, so we don't need these bits. Now we're going to put the card together. So we've got that, we've got that. We're just going to trim this up here. Go like that. And then I'm going to put a little snippy snip in here. So this was just, I think it's like 2 centimeter scrap or something. And then I might grab, let's just quickly see, what time is it? Oh, look at that. Might grab a bit of this. Is that going to be, no, it's not going to be long enough. I need a longer bit. What's on the back of that? Oh, we'll grab a bit of that on the back of that. I just want to do a bit of this, and I'm going to put this on the back of here. So a bit of glue on the back. It will come together really quick. I don't want to hold you up. I know you guys have got things to do on your Saturday, but this is, you're going to go, oh my God, this is amazing, this card. Okay, and then we're just going to put these on here like that, and then I'm going to snip this up here on the same angle as that one there. So we've got our bits and pieces here now. I didn't even use any silver. Now we can put all of this together. All right. So we got that. We got that. We got that one. We got that one. And these ones. That there and that there. All right. Let's start with our big section. So first things first. Now, if you were, you know, normally if I was stuffing around at home here by myself, I would have die cut something out of this because, you know, we can see it. Like we won't see it, sorry, should I say. I was reading comments. And then you're going to cover it with this. So I probably would have die cut something out of the middle of that. But anyway, we haven't. We're just going to stick it down. Okay. And then we're going to stick this panel here down onto this one. So we're leaving just a nice border all the way around the edge. So once you've got all the bits cut out and you've decided how you're going to set it out, it comes together really, really quickly. But it's just the cutting the 101 pieces. I should dedicate this card to my friend Kevin, Sir Peace-a-Lot. Like so. Okay, there, and then do this one on the back here. I've just moved that. Look, this is why I like green glue, because we can, if we move it, we can straighten it again if we're quick enough. All right, so now this is our card. How cool is that in colouring? I just love all of that. Oh my goodness. I did see on the news this morning with all of the Anzac Day celebrations that it was raining up that way, Megan, in Currumbin or wherever. All right, I better fold these first. So I'm just going to fold all of those score lines that I did just so I can see. This is going to go in the middle of our panel here, like so. And then this one here is going to go on here. Like this. Oops, I've moved the outside panel. Got to move the inside panel like that. And then we've got this one here, which is our next panel. So this one's going to go, oh no, this is our little last panel. Anyway, we can put these on. Going to go like this. You may have made a card like this before. It's a pretty easy card. Once you see it all together, you may have made it. If you have and you recognise what card it is, let me know that you've made it in the comments. And then there's this bit here. So we're just going to fold all of our thing. Now, if it's directional and you're using directional paper, so up and downy paper, you need to make sure that this little flap here is in your right hand when you're putting it together, because then that way it's going to be the right way up. If you're not using directional paper like me to make it easier, doesn't really matter which way it goes, does it? Alright, so we're going to go here, and I've got a few examples of this that I'm going to show you. So we've got, see, now we've got our 3 panels. Now it doesn't look like so many pieces, does it? Alright, and then lastly we're going to put this one on here, like so, and then this one with our little bit of water. I think that looks like water, like that. There we go. Okay, now we're going to attach it all together. Alright, so now we're going to grab the big panel here, and we're going to put glue on this piece here. So glue all over this panel here, and then we're going to line that up in the middle here, like so. And so top and bottom in the middle, we're going to push it hard against the fold there, and then we're going to fold and shut the front door. So we're going to shut that panel shut like so. Then when we open it, we're going to open it like this. We're going to put a bit of glue onto this little panel here, and then we're going to fold that whole panel back. So this whole panel is going to be folded back, and then we're just going to shut the front door. Okay, so we're shutting the front door there. Okay, this panel's just a flappy in the air. This is not attached to anything. Okay, now when we lift that back up, when our glue goes off, we've got to wait for our glue to dry. Once our glue goes dry, we fold that back, and see, now we have a little bit of a box. Okay, so now we want to fold that flat there like that. We're going to get the next size panel. We're going to put a bit of glue onto this panel here. It's going to sit just here like so, and then we're going to shut the front door. See, very, very simple. Just making sure that you've got it centered here and here when you're shutting your front doors. Okay, so now that's all nice and flush. You can give it a bit of a jig there. You want it all flush here. Then we're going to put a little bit of glue on this little panel here. We're going to shut that down like that, and you guessed it, we're going to shut the front door. Okay, very, very simple to put together. Just keep shutting the front door. Okay, and then we come in with our little last panel here. Once this goes off, what does Kevin say? Kevin is awesome, Kevin is awesome, Kevin is awesome. That should set it. Okay, so then we've got 3 little panels. Look at that. How cool does that look? Then we're going to open that up. We're going to put glue onto our single panel here. So this is one you've got to be tricky with, because this is the same size panel, but these have got 2 panels in it. And then we're going to lay that here. We're going to center that down, and you guessed it, shut the front door. And we go, Kevin is awesome, Kevin is awesome. Beck is amazing, Beck is amazing, Beck is amazing. Oh dear. I must have got up too early this morning. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with this one. We're going to put a bit of glue on here like that. We're going to fold that all back there, and then we're going to shut it down like that. So now, see how that folds nice and flat for you to put in your envelope. Okay, those colours look amazing. We've done a really good job in choosing those, haven't we? Okay, and then when you open it up, once all your glue is completely dry, you're going to end up with this like stepper card. Okay, and it stands up all by itself. Now we get to decorate it. So this is when we're going to bring our panel in here. So we're going to put a little bit of glue just on the back of this panel here, about 1 centimetre or so in. And then I'm just going to line up this panel here with this one here like that and center it. Okay, so now we've got our front center panel on here like that. Then I'm going to pop this one, is going to go on here like that. So we've got our dimensionals already on there, so we're going to stick this one down now. like so. I'm going to go smile, it's your birthday, like that. I've lost all the comments. I'm hoping that you're all still sitting there and you're hanging in with me. Alright, and then our camera we're going to stick in here like so. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue on the back of the camera. Now you probably want to use liquid glue on these pieces here because when you want the card to fold flat, right? So you'll probably want to have it when it folds down. If you put too many dimensionals in, it won't sit properly. Alright, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the film strip here, and we're going to tuck that one in there like that. Okay, like so. So when it's flat, this is what it looks like, and then when you open it up, look, bum, 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 you can see all the layers, and it sits beautifully on the mantelpiece. See, I told you it was going to be a good fold. I just want to grab some gems. Now, I did have some gems floating around on my desk here. Some pink ones. And I put some gems on it. These are the strawberry slush gems, but I think they're gone clearance now. So I'm just going to stick a few of these on. Oh. Pick it up, Beck. My Take Your Pick tool's not working really well. I'm going to go one there, one there. Might help if I picked it up, hey. One up here. This one, I'm going to go over here. And then this one here, I'm just going to pop onto there like that. There we go. What do you reckon? Is it pretty cool? Do you like that? You want to see my desk. It's a mess. But anyway, we've done it. It's a piece-a-lot card with lots of pieces in it. So, and it folds flat. And like I said, it sits in and it fits in your DL envelope. So it's quite a long one, but it will fit in a DL envelope, which is a business size envelope. I'm not sure what measurements that is, but bum, bum, bum. And then where we do all of our writing is on the back. So you just grab a piece of white cardstock. This is what I need the little camera for. A piece of white cardstock. And then we're going to cut that at the same measurement we cut this yellow mat, which was 19 centimeters. So we'll go 19 centimeters by 9.9, like so. And then we can bring in our little camera and our little stampy tool here. And the Berry Burst ink. And we can just position a couple of cameras down the side there. Like that. And then we can glue that to the back. Bit of glue, and then this is where you do all your writing. So it's one of those big cards that you can write your essays on, because there's lots of room, or you can stamp another sentiment on there. But all done. How's that? Dun dun dun. So like I said, I'll put the measurements up, so don't stress if you didn't catch any of the measurements. I'll pop them up. But yeah, I hope you like it. Let me show you what else I made with it. So this was one of the ones, and I just love this design with the camera. So this is where I got this one from. Now this is out there for me, because you guys know I'm not a fan of blue normally, alright? But I made it in blue. Look. See? I made it in blue. So same, but in blue. So which one's your favourite? Do you like the pink one we did today, or the blue one? Because I thought, you know what, we need a card for a bloke. So I did that one. I reckon that's pretty cool. And then I switched up the stamp set, and I used the new Lily of the Valley that's coming out, and I made a really, really feminine card. And on the inside, look, to a forever kind of friend. How's that? And then on the back, you've got your essay writing panel. So which one's your fave? Which one do you like the most? Do you like the pink one we made today, or the lighter feminine one that I've made, or the blue boy card? Let me know. Which one do you like? So Bit of a long one, but I think it's worth it. What do you think? Do you think it's worth hanging around this morning for that one? Love both. Love one, the blue one. Wedding card. Yes, it could be a wedding card. It's very, very nice. The blue one. You all like the blue one? Can you remind us what we need to... Tomorrow, Sonia, you don't need to bring anything. If you want to stay for lunch, you bring your lunch. Bring a cut lunch. If you want to... you can bring some drinks if you don't want to drink tea and coffee or water. But other than that, you just bring yourself and have fun. Pretty much. Simple. I don't have this set, so keen to see other samples. Mary, you could mix it up with any set you like. So I usually try when we do it to make 3 points because, you know, odds, and I'm odd. So you've got 3 points. So you've got your sentiment, and then another point with your camera, and then another point with the film strip. So even if you had flowers, you could do, you know, a sentiment and have some flowers, or like this one here. See, I've done the flowers and the sentiment, and then the focal point is the, you know, the bit in the middle there. So you just want to make sure that you got 3 points along the card, and then it kind of balances it all out a little bit. So, all right, guys, how's that looking? Oh, you like that, Linda? Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you all like it, and I'm glad you hung around because, as I said, it was a bit of a big one. So, you know, I'm just checking all the comments. We will have an awesome card buffet. Thanks, Maura. Oh, you're going to give that one a go, Gigi. Oh, I like that one. I like it. I'd love to see what you all create too. Don't forget to share that over in the Craft with Bet group if you do make that card. I'd love to see what you create with it. All right, so we've got In Colour Club as well happening at the moment. I'm releasing my paper share this weekend, so don't forget, if you're not on my newsletter, you need to jump on the newsletter to see all the details about that and any events that I do, and a card buffet tomorrow, so I'm super excited. Alright guys, I hope you have a fantastic weekend. If you give that card a crack, let me see it. I'd love to see what you do with it, or what stamp set you use with that layout. The Piece a Lot card. And don't forget, you don't have to put as many layers as what I just did. You could just use DSP too, so make it easy for yourself, but I will put the measurements up. Alright guys, have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you all on Wednesday for Wing It Wednesday. If not, I'll see you next Saturday here for Breakfast with Beck. Alright, catch you later.